A very good evening, students. Students, today we learned about the comparison of degrees. So, today we'll be learning the topic called punctuation. Punctuation is a very important keynote in grammar. Punctuation are not sentences, are not words that describe, they are just small, minute marks. We can say a comma, a full stop, semicolon. These are marks which we make, punctuation marks, and in sentences they make a lot of difference. So let us learn today what are punctuations. The word punctuation has been taken from the Latin word pictium, meaning point. Punctuation refers to the right point being put at the right place in order to make reading and understanding clear, precise, and understandable. Some of these marks of punctuation are as follows. So, here, uh, punctuation is used to make the reading more understandable and easy and precise, make it clear. It should not be like continuously, like autonomously, you're just speaking and speaking at one voice level, one voice notation. Punctuations allows us to make different voice levels like high, low, bring style to our speaking or bring style to our reading, which makes us also feel very interesting. So we have 10 punctuation marks. The punctuation marks as follows. First is your full stop, then is your comma, semicolon, colon, mark of interrogation or question mark, mark of interjection or exclamation mark, quotation mark or inverted commas, apostrophe, hyphen, dash. So, today we'll be focusing on the first five punctuation marks. The first is a full stop. The full stop marks the end of a sentence. The sentence can either be a declarative or an imperative sentence. It is also known as a period. So it gives a stop to a sentence. It says, okay, this time is over of this sentence here. The beggar was dressed in shabby old clothes. So here what is like, the beggar was dressed in shabby old clothes, and it is puts a full stop. It is done. I'm finished with the sentence. It is used to be the second point. It is used to denote abbreviations and initials. So like here what happens is sometimes big words are put into small short forms, abbreviations. This is called as abbreviations. So here like BSc, MA. BSc is Bachelor in Science, then MA, Master in Arts, B.Ed, then MK Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So here you can see the small initials to show the abbreviations, the short forms. Note, in modern English, the full stop is put after Mr. or Miss or Doctor also. So when you're putting Mr., okay, there's a full stop, or mistress or miss or doctor, because this abbreviation considered for full spellings. So when you put a abbreviation mark after MR or MRS or MSS, it means that the word is complete, it makes a complete sense. Coming to the next, your next is your comma. Basically, comma is used to indicate a slight pause between words, phrase, or clauses, as stated here under. So here, what is happening is comma is used in many places to separate a series of words in the same construction. Like you have, we're talking about too many things. He lost his ticket, credit card, wallet, and money. So we're talking. She bought a car, she bought a house, she bought a dress, she bought a new washing machine. So we're talking about many things in one sentence. So what we do is, after every word, like she bought a car, comma, she bought a house, comma, she bought a bike, comma, she bought a washing machine, comma. So we are putting many words into one sentences, and the construction of the words giving together making a meaning. To separate up, then say point is to separate a particular phrase. Some what happens is, in a sentence we speak, then we cannot put a full stop, but we want a small pause. So that time we use a comma. Turning to the right, you will find the blank. Then feeling hot at home, comma, he went to swim. So here two sentences are like, it is in one sentence built into two. The third part is to make of a noun or phrase in a position, to put it into opposite. Shakespeare, the great English dramatic, wrote Macbeth. So here they're telling Shakespeare. He the then he's there telling about what he did. Mumbai, an island, is the capital of Maharashtra. So Mumbai is an island, is the capital of Maharashtra. To mark off direct quotations from the rest of sentences, just exactly I thought, said Arsh. So here it is even telling the quotation. It is trying to say like okay, it's a phrase, or trying to give a expression. There also we use this comma. Nitin said, "Come in and sit here." So he said, "What is it? Come in and sit here." So you can see here how we have used the comma in these places. The third is a semicolon. Semicolon represents a pause of a greater intensity than the indicator of a comma. So the comma usually does not show a full stop. It does not show a pause. It shows a pause. So a semicolon also is a pause, but a smaller pause, smaller than comma. It is used to separate clause of compound sentences when contain a comma. So here what happened with sentences in a compound sentence, it separates the compound and the simple sentence. She was a generous, loving mother, and we all adore her. Okay. Then when the second point, when the coordinating conjunction and but and or do not appear between the main clause and coordinate clause. So here what happens is and but or do not come between the main clause and subordinate clause. They don't come in between them. To separate a series of loosely related clause. So here what has happened is to separate a their clauses, like no, they want to separate the main clause subordinate clause. They are today we love what tomorrow we have hate. Today we seek what tomorrow we shun. So here it is like today we love what tomorrow we hate. So here it is like we're trying to separate the main clause and the subordinate clause over here. Her heart was pure, her life screen. So her like two here you can see like it's just giving a small pause in between. It is not making a too much difference in the sentence. Coming to the fourth, it is a colon. Colon marks a still more complete pause that expressed by the semicolon. It is used to introduce a quotation. Example, Babycon says, "Reading maketh a full man." So Bacon. So here you can see here how the colon. They say Bacon says it's here. This is usually used in dialogue form. When you speak dialogues, right? Bacon says, "Reading maketh a full man." Then second, before enumeration, example, etc. Before giving some examples, like some parts of speech are. So you are using that before giving some examples or some other parts, noun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition or conjunction. Coming to your fifth, mark of interrogation, question mark. Interrogation means it's a question mark, you're questioning. The question mark is used instead of a full stop at the end of a question asked. So when you interrogate in a sentence or you ask a question in a sentence, you have to use the question mark. Have you finished your work? When will you show me your watch? Okay, so these are the questions what we already learned about interrogative sentences. So interrogative sentence, the end what you get a question mark, and this is the what mark we're talking about. Note the question mark is not put when the question is in the reported speech or indirect speech. So like we don't put a question mark when we ask in the reported or indirect speech. Like he asked when he would return. So here we're interrogating, but we're not going to put the question mark over here. This was all for today. Punctuation part 1, wherein we have done our full stop, comma, semicolon, colon, mark of interrogation or question mark. Actually, students, I hope you enjoyed this lesson today. If you have still any doubts, any queries, please feel free to call me or message me. Thank you and have a good day. Stay home, stay safe.